Hello, hello. How's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good, good to hear you again. How have you been?
I have been good. I've been building and building and building and so excited to share everything and really glad that you're here today with us to kind of kick off, those 4 years and I think it's way too much time talking about Decentraland, thinking about Decentraland, but I'm ready for 4 more.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully a lot more also.
Yeah, I think so. And we're working on getting the stream set up in world. And I didn't see this as a space started, so I apologize, you guys. I kept checking and I thought Sin hadn't started it yet. So I'm late after 4 years.
You're here
We
today
still
with.
don't know how to do this. But we're trying. We're trying.
Can
Yeah, good.
Cloud? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, good morning, and great to hear from you, Esteban. And you sound great today. Your mic is perfect.
Oh, good. That was getting me nervous. It's always a gamble with Linux. Uh, kind of like a theme, also. Trying to make open source stuff work and make sure that it is reliable.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Canessa. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we've got some other friends that use that system. So it's a challenge, I'm sure, to get it all working seamlessly.
Yes, our poor friend has been disappointed that he has not been able to join us on Decentraland since the new client came out. And so then, he'll find ways to try to like get around it, sometimes join mobile, sometimes join the Bevy client, but it's definitely not the same experience as like the official client from the foundation.
Yeah, I hope we get there. Though I think that the Bevy and Godot teams have been doing like a great job, and especially the Godot client on the browser. Take a screenshot from 6 months ago and how it looks right now, and it's been like much better.
Yep, yep. Oh my God. Yeah, the mobile, the Bevy. Oh my God. Yeah, improvements all around from Regenesis Labs, like on that end of things. I have to say that was like, in my opinion, I think that was a very good decision that we all came together and made when voting for kind of like an executive arm to the DAO. So big shout out to Regenesis Labs, big shout out to Gino and Toxic Waifu and the team. You guys are doing great.
Yeah, and actually the I remember the proposal for the alternative clients back in the day. Also, a shout out to yeah Mateo and Leon and Rob, the ones that have been pushing those forward for so long.
Indeed, indeed. So, I mean, thank you for joining us today. Today is a very special day for us, at least here in the CBD. One, it's 208 consecutive spaces so far. But I mean, even more importantly, it is today. Well, our birthday was on the 25th, on May 25th, but we're celebrating today, June 6th, our 4 year celebration here in Decentraland, all of us building together for this long. And I mean, I have to kind of like, throw some flowers to kind of just the Central Land platform. It has been the platform that has brought us all together and, just gave us a world for us to build, explore, hang out in, make friends in. Yeah, I mean, on a personal level, Decentraland has been a big factor in my life. In all honesty, not sure what I'd be doing if I did not find Decentraland. So, like all the love to Decentraland.
Oh, um, well, in name of the platform, thank you, thank you for the kind words. And I think that there's though still a lot of work to do to so that the experience that you had with the platform also translates to other people. Yeah, I'm happy to take on the new job, this new job to push the platform forward to what it could be.
Yes, yes, and that was like the kind of like my like what I wanted to segue into, like big congratulations on stepping into the interim executive director role over at the foundation. Yeah, like I'm curious to find out a little more, like how are the feelings? Like, are you feeling nervous? Are you excited? Do, are you seeing like the game plan coming together in your head?
Yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts, and the organizational structure of the foundation and the second foundation, like historically, it hasn't been very transparent about like how it's managed and how it prioritize things and how the issues are discovered and taken care of. My my main focus and the new organizational like north star towards where I want to get all the foundation to look forward is to make sure that the creators that build this world, these experiences, the amazing emotes. I've been like really amazed to see all how that ecosystem of wearables and emotes and things have been evolving. And yeah, reorganizing all the foundation towards making sure that creators can make a living out of this shared experience. And of course, the main thing that I think that we can double down is on having real human connections inside of the world. Uh, that's also going to be there, but yeah, it's this avenue to all come together in this world and have a nice virtual life.
What was this the vision early on? Like, let's say, and for like some context for anyone that is new here or first time listening to Esteban speak. He is the one of the co-founders of Decentraland. So back to kind of the question I wanted to ask. Like, has the vision always been the same? Like from early inception, with like just the group of friends that came together and put like the concept of Decentraland together.
I think so. That the theme of creators making a living inside of the world. I'm pretty sure that I've said that before, but I think that along the way we started to focus on different areas, and well, at some point on the economic side, at some point in the end user experience. But I think that the to provide a place where creators can develop all of their skills and provide a nice experience to others. I think that is going to be like our job, and the main thing that we need to do with the client and with the stewardship of this platform is to just get out of the way and let the world be and make sure that that experience it goes smoothly, and that creators that want to create can publish their experiences, make sure that workflow is super lean and super easy to use. And yeah, as they get their followers, and as they get nice wearables in there that they can sell to other users. I think all of that is pretty clear that we need to make sure that happens, and that is as smooth and as lean as possible.
Hmm. So, like, ever in your wildest dreams, did you imagine, just this group of people, like, here, all these people? Because, like, I'm sure you've been around us. We're a very passionate, scrappy bunch when it comes to Decentraland. We are all in, and we love every moment of it. Um, Did you ever, like, anticipate a group of people kind of just feeling this way about a platform that you were a part of building?
Well, I am humbled by by it, definitely. I think that we can do a lot more, and I am more like concerned about how we haven't been doing a great job of providing this platform, and making sure that it's super easy to use, and making sure that it is usable by a lot larger audience than it is right now. So yeah, humbled, and thank you for the kind words.
Of course. And so I kind of like, so far in the development of Decentraland, we Yamel, he had been the executive director here at the Decentraland for the last 3 years. And in my opinion, I think he did a lot of good work. He pushed, what is the client 2.0 forward, and, like, it's kind of like an all-in bet. Whenever it came to the client one transition to client two, that was an all-in bet that, like, we all weren't sure what would happen. And he brought it together. And yeah, foundation
Yeah,
executed. um
definitely,
Go ahead.
definitely, we are in a much better position than we were when he joined the team full time. I am super grateful for all the, yeah, really, it's amazing now. It looks so much better than it used to be, and I think that is yeah, that really amazed me. I didn't thought it was possible the first time that I was trying the alpha version of the V2 client. I literally cried, I gotta say. It was so much better than what we had.
I had that same feeling, especially when I was, like, able to go on top of Airdrop Tower and then look out into the horizon of, like, just Decentraland. Because, client one, we had green walls. We could only see as far as we had, as far as maybe 5 parcels ahead, and, and then green
Yeah.
walls, and to be able to look out into the horizon was amazing.
Yeah, sorry for the green walls. I think that I committed that in the beginning.
Well, we developed through the green walls. Perhaps at the time it made sense, where the code base was, and its this development overall. So, moving forward, you taking on the position. Um, how do you see, what improvements do you see coming to Decentraland under your tenure? Like, what are some things you would love to improve in your time?
Yeah, so the main thing that I think that I desperately need to do is to orient the team towards customer support, I guess. There is a number of filters that don't allow us to listen to what is happening on the ground, and that is like a whole restructuring of everybody's job towards making sure that the the bugs gets fixed, the mechanics all work, and that the authoring, the distribution experience is as smooth as possible. That is basically the job in the next few months. Um, and but it's going to, yeah, it's mostly about the organization changing how it listens to the users and how do they affect the experience for good. And it sounds easy, but it's going to be, yeah. I hope to get to a point where it's radically different, and how we listen to what is happening inside of the world, how we use the data to make sure that the experiences don't fail, and we don't lose users because I don't know, like there are so many details and things that we need to fix that yeah, it's it's going to be super interesting.
Yep, yep. But definitely a worthy task to take on. So I don't wanna I don't want my co-host here to feel like I'm hogging the mic. I'm gonna check on Canessa, wellness check.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I'm good. I'm enjoying hearing the conversation, just processing it, and then, yeah, just watching everybody play in world. Um, this scene, just kind of bringing it in on the same day as our 4 year, Decentraland birthday. Like it just kind of drives home to me how far we've come, because you were talking about like the green screens and the old client, and um just being able to create stuff now, like whether it's in Blender or using like AI assistants. It's just never been a better time to build in Decentraland. Like people are able to finally create things that they wanted, for for years and years and years. And so I feel like it's like a, I don't know, kind of like a temperature check on the entire ability just to create something really cool. Because we've been making stuff for years, but I think there's a big difference between making something and making something that is widely used and adopted. So I guess like I am always curious, Esteban, like in the past, like when you visualized Decentraland, because it's probably morphed into something that is not even what you had imagined, because certainly, like, I think that's how my experience is here, probably sinful, a lot of people, like, this isn't what we came in to do. But what has been maybe like a one of the bigger surprises that you've seen, as Decentraland has evolved, whether it's the platform or the users? Yeah, just a surprise that you've seen along the way.
Hmm. When we launched the first experience in February 2020, that was also like a big highlight. It was even a little bit more decentralized than it is right now. But right now, the servers are a little bit more centralized than they used to be. But what matters at the end of the day is just the end user experience, and how creators are able to build that scene. It's really amazing that nowadays uh, anybody can build software. I am super happy that we are in this time of historical technological change. I remember when I was in college, and people would be it was the time when the iPhone has just came out, and people wanted to build apps. There's an app for that. That was the slogan of those early 2010s, and in that regard, people would be, oh, I have an idea for this app, and they will explain the idea, and my answer was like, okay, maybe I need like a team of 2 or 3 engineers, and 3 or 4 or 6 months to develop the idea, and we can do 10% of what you just described, and get to an MVP, and it's going to cost like $100 or $200,000. And nowadays, that is something that anybody can do in their house. It's a game changer, and it applies for Decentraland. It applies for the experiences and the scenes and the wearables and everything that we can do right now. That's definitely a complete different world that we are living in, and that makes me super excited, because of technology working for human experience being better, and I'm really glad about it.
Yeah, and I like that you say technology making the human experience better, because I that is one thing that I've appreciated about you, Esteban. Like, I've heard you say it a few times throughout, the just getting to know you, is you still bring humanity into this, and I think that that's really important for me personally. I know some people, it's this is not not where you go and fix humanity, but I do think that it's important, like, as any online platform develops, that we don't forget the human side of it, because it's really 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 easy really easy to do, especially with the toys that make it just more and more fun to stay in world and not touch grass. So I've appreciated that. I've noticed, many times that you're thinking about that, and I really think that that's a strong quality that we need from the top down, if we're going to scale to be, something deeper than just another gaming platform.
Yes, the making sure that the Decentraland is a good gift to humanity. It's like my main job, and I really think that the Decentraland can show a way so that we can distribute software, distribute 3D experiences, and manage the platform in a more human way. Of course, the internet is full of um, strange human beings, let's say, and it's sometimes not the most uh, hospitality. It's not the safest world. It's not the safest experience sometimes. But yeah, I think that if we double down on the things that makes us connect online through this platform, and make sure that as we scale over, that humanity doesn't get lost, the rights of the users, the rights of creators don't get lost, um, that is going to be our metric of success. And yeah, I was mentioning this North Star of number of creators making a living, and the principle of not losing the humanity, the human connection inside of a platform is going to be like, it needs to be embedded into the organization, to into the central foundation, as I think that it already is in between the user base and all of us.
Well, and looking at other platforms, it's really easy to compare all of them to each other. There's, like, just to lump every kind of digital world into, this is a gaming platform, and they're not. They're all different. Fortnite is different than Roblox, is different from Decentraland. Um, and I think, yeah, I guess I would say, what part of, how can we set ourselves aside from these other platforms, because inevitably we're going to be compared to them, and there are similarities. There's a lot of overlap. I think for those of us that are doing, events and parties and art museums, and not just like strictly gaming, it's we see ourselves not as a gaming platform, but I guess in that regard, like how can we set ourselves aside, or set ourselves apart from the typical, what I would say, gaming platforms, digital worlds, online universes, and such like that.
Yeah, I see the Centerland as a social gaming platform. I don't know, like a playful place, a virtual online space for creators to build experience and other people to come together, connect, and play in those experiences. I think that what makes that will make or break the Decentraland platform is whether or not we get to build structural protections for the rights of creators in the long term. I think that most of the platforms on the way to success, they they have a period of enticing attraction, growing, and eventually they start increasing the fees, making changes that uh, don't benefit the creators. And we inside of the central have committed a lot of those uh, sins. Sorry, sinful, and I don't mean it because of your name. And I take responsibility for like not being like really careful with some of those things. I want the Decentraland to be this platform that uh, cannot be evil, sort of say, like making sure that we set up the mechanisms so that we are not just the next big walled garden. Um, uh, Creating the great tools, making sure that the distribution works great, making sure that our great client, we have a great client, and we have good discovery mechanisms for users to find the experiences that are worthy of their time and their energy, and that provide these great playful moments for everyone. And yeah, of course, the monetization mechanisms so that these creators somehow can make a living out of providing those experiences. Uh, that's something that already happens in many of these other virtual worlds. And I think that our edge is going to be whether or not we can build it as an open source in a platform in which creators are more respected than in other platforms. I'm not sure that we are there right now. There are so many problems right now. We have so many, like, for example, smart wearables creation is broken completely right now. It's very hard to um, create. Test your scene. There are bugs, new features that get on the way. The LODs, for example, that we push in these few weeks. It's really hard to know and test that how your scene is looking locally, that it's going to look the same when you deploy. Those kinds of things are exactly the that part that we need to change drastically about how we run things in the foundation, because it's disrespectful of the time and the effort that creators are putting into to push that forward. So yeah, that's the one thing uh, that I need to change. But going back to the original question, um, yeah, I hope that we get to build structural protections for creators so that we cannot uh, make those mistakes into the future. And when I say we, it means with the platform, with the Central Foundation, making sure that that gets blended into the overall community, and it doesn't become an us versus them, and we all with their different roles push together to the same virtual space for human connection.
I like that. I mean, the idea of kind of future proofing what we're building so that we, so that we hopefully only have to build it once. Because I know rebuilding the entire client was a difficult choice to make, but ultimately now, like, I'm so so thankful that we did it. Like, it was obviously the right choice, even though it was painful, at the time to get through that. You can see now the benefit. You can clearly see the outcome.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
What what are your favorite aspects, or like one or two of your favorite aspects of like the platform right now? Like you kind of just mentioned, there's a lot of work to be done, but I like to also look at like the good side of things. What are we doing right, and like maybe it's something that we can double down on as well.
I'm really happy with all the wearables and how they look like, and overall the look and feel of those avatars. It feels really really nice. I also like the new movements improvements here and there. Um, I think that events in general, the community is that's it's super fun to experience those things, and yeah, I think that the core community here is the number one thing to highlight.
Oh, thank you. We're all just here trying to have fun and build, like, and Decentraland has provided that place. I always try to think about it like it's like there are many things about the Centraland that are appealing, but it's like to me, it's like what are the odds of all these amazing people like from all around the world like to come together in a platform and meet each other like we have a very unique community. This community is not like um any other community that I've been in like in the past. Like here you make friends, you can build with people. You know, kind of like the I feel like a culture that we've built here is like the like being being open to sharing your knowledge, um and I feel like that's something that gets this platform a long way. Like just have conversations with others who are building um things that you like, and that's how you grow. So in a way, like bringing it back to the community, Esteban, I wanted to ask, like like are there any initiatives where that the community could help kind of spearhead as far as like, yeah, for something that you would like to see in world?
Hmm. Let me think about this. So in
Hmm.
the past, we had like some feedback mechanism for new features. Um, I I think that we need to do like a better job of how to um, receive the feedback and push it into like our pipeline of development. um, Maybe we can work together on figuring out how the prioritization of features, how the prioritization of fixes, all of that works. I think that is one of the main things that I would like to ask the community from. And the second is um, maybe a little bit of patience while we do the reorientation of the organization towards listening to users. I think that maybe in the next couple of months, some deep changes may be coming, and maybe we'll lose a little bit of balance. And of course, in the long term, I wish that there is no single entity such as the foundation to be able to have so much effect and so much power to change the how the experience gets felt. And I think that this balance of power, well, one of the reasons for that was the fact that you needed so much manpower and an army of developers to be able to change the code. Now that is um, uh, much easier, and that difference is not as deep as it was. I think that the future can be a lot more collaborative, thanks to the cost of producing software going down. And after that production of software cost goes down, what we're going to see is that everybody could create their own client, but in this virtual experience that we share, we will see that we want to see almost the same thing. Like, we want to align how we live this virtual world. And I think that's going to be super interesting. That talks to the power of protocols, and how the protocols to I see in that sense the Decentraland as a protocol to live these virtual worlds. And it's yeah, uh, it's my hope that we all get to build that together. Things like there's a recent proposal to be able to throw items into the floor, for example. And there has always been so many ideas to make the center and better, and how to achieve those things. Now it's a lot easier, but coming up with a decision process to say yes, let's do that, or no, let's not do that, that is the hard human social problem.
100%. So, kind of just now you mentioned something, and it's I'm very happy that you did, because it addresses kind of when Yamel made the announcement about stepping down, and you stepping up to be the interim executive director. Like, my initial thought personally, like I thought, like, this is amazing, this is great, but then, like, my concerns lied with the transitional process of things. Like, I know you're going to be great, Esteban, but like, it was like kind of like from transitioning from one team to another, it takes a little time. So yeah, thank you for addressing that and saying, like, hey, we asked for a little bit of patience, and we will be making some changes, but we will be back to cooking.
Yeah, the continuity of the central and world is the main concern. I'm not sure how that will look like from the outside. the client is going to be there, or the servers that the Decentraland Foundation maintains is always going to be there. Most of the yeah uh, the things will look the same for a couple more months, I think. And if it seems like nothing is happening, it's mostly because we are reorienting and making sure that we're building towards a future where things do uh, get better for creators, it does get better for users, and we build on solid ground.
Hmm. And so then on the community builder side of things, like is there any tooling you would like to see created by any community members, or any like tools being used in to create on Decentraland?
I Let me revert that question. What are the tools that you would like us to improve, to create, to author? Because I think the main thing that we need to do is actually build those tools. Um, but what do you have in mind?
I mean, to tell you the truth, like we have community members here that have been really cooking some special stuff. For example, one that really pops out to me 100%, off rip, is Dr. Drip down there in the listeners. He has been creating a wearable generator, a kind of like a editor tool that will allow anyone to kind of use this tool to create a wearable that they can, publish on the Decentraland marketplace, and thus making it easier than ever to, like, for anyone to create. Um, if you'd like, I could always share the proposal that Dr. Drip put together for the Regenesis Labs. It does include the link to it, and I would encourage to kind of play around with it. Like, if you could imagine kind of like let's say like a Photoshop and I'm probably using the wrong term here. Dr. Drip, kick me and come up here if you want to if you want to share more detail on it. But like, it's kind of like a Photoshop of wearable creation, but with like 3D, but in 3D, where you could rotate the asset and, place your logo where you want to place it, and make it whatever color you like. Something very quick and easy for, just those individuals that aren't Blender savvy. I would like to see this like sort of tooling be implemented. And Dr. Drip down there's got a blueprint, a very good blueprint so far.
Yeah, definitely. Building remotes, I call them, wearables and emotes, shipping them, getting them approved. The incentives on getting them approved are a little bit uh, disaligned. And that is one thing that we need to fix. Being able to buy the items inside of the world without having to switch over, being making sure that from the intention to get that wearable because it, oh my god, looks so good and I want to wear it, until I can wear it. That is a progress. That is a funnel, to use a marketing term, that is currently uh, we're making users jump through hoops, and it's a lot harder than it should be, and it's getting in the way. So yeah, happy to take a look into that, mm, and the overall process as well.
Yeah, I'll send you, I'll share the link to the it's in the Decentraland forums. It was a proposal that Dr. Drip had submitted for Regenesis Labs. I'll share that, and yeah, perhaps you you know, you also think is as cool as you know, think is cool as much as I do. And so Kanessa, would you have any like tooling in mind that you'd like to see in world?
I think just continuing to make it easy to build for new users and experienced users. I think uh, having the drag and drop, like the Creator Hub, is amazing. Um, but it kind of needs a glam up. It's the same kind of the same assets that have been there for a long time, and they're kind of heavy. Like when you put a rock on your scene, it's a lot of triangles, it's a lot of textures, and so just like making it just as easy as possible for somebody to come in, throw stuff on their scene, and get building and feel good about it. Maybe even having like I know that we've done a lot more with just preloaded scenes that you can put in your world. And I could see it being like, you can download the club scene that Mr. Dingia made, or that Canessa made, or Meta Wolf. Like, we could be making these scenes, and then it could be something as easy as like toggling the wallpaper so that I can make mine, since it's cookie cutter, they're all the same shape, but I can make mine very individualized and unique. So I think tools like that, I think people come in and want to build. Um, like doing the building classes that I've done for many, many, many weeks. I'm proud. I'm so proud of like Fancy that has been building alongside of me. But I think that's really where it's at, is getting people building their skills and making stuff that they are proud of. And the quicker we can do that, I think the easier it is just to keep them retained. Because as soon as you hit a snafu, I used to always say, like, a speed bump for an experienced builder is a roadblock for me. It's a hard stop for me. Like KJ Walker, little bump on the road, she just keeps going. But for me, that stops. So I think just making it so easy to build that, I mean, I would say easy enough for a kid to do it, but they're actually way ahead of us. So easy enough that a grown up can do it, I guess. That'd be a better way to say it. But then also challenging enough that, like, once you're here and you've been here a while, like, throw in some really cool stuff that we can build as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think, yeah, I have in my mind, like, one of the main things that we need to optimize is that from, and we have so many different tools to install and create stuff. The creator tool SDK, there it's really hard to understand how do I do things for Decentraland. So thank you for all, like, the compliments and everything, but I think that we are really um, in in a bad shape with regards to all of the creator tooling, and it is going to be one of the main parts where I want to start making changes, building a scene, testing how it looks like, shipping it reliably, making sure that other users get to see your scene, because right now the discoverability of the things that you can do, um, it's a little bit hidden, and the events page or the places page, they don't have like a good way to measure what is going to be like the best experience right now, or like whether or not you updated your parcel or not. That is information that you have to, uh, like, there's no way that a user that doesn't know you, and that to get to the place where they should be, because you're providing a really cool space to play in. And the same with the wearables. Right now, it's not the easiest to know, oh, okay, that is a wearable from Dr. Drip. What else has Dr. Drip been cooking? And I don't know. The storefronts feature, or being able to get to the profile of the creator of a wearable, is something that it's quite hidden right now, and those are the kinds of things that yeah, I'm going to be obsessing over in the next few months.
With what you mentioned, like I do agree with you. Like it's like we are in trouble in terms of tooling, accessibility, making it easier for creators to build. But at the same time, from my experience here in late 2021 to now, it's never been easier to build. So like yes, there is a long way to go, but I think also there have been a lot of wins in between, leading up to where we are today. Like we are sitting in an amazing build that was made by Canessa here. Canessa, how many parcels is this build?
I think 135.
135 parcels. Don't ask me how we accomplished to secure this much, but
Well, I do want to say it was not, it's not done alone. It's Sinful, Canessa, Alan Howick, M, and Jared, and the five people had land adjoining each other, and so we have just slowly put it together into one large plaza, which makes it easier to find on mobile, because if they were all separate, you can't load multiple instances. So having them all together makes it just a little bit bigger experience on mobile. But yeah, like the idea of districts, Esteban, very old idea. I would like to think that maybe this is like the fruition of what could happen when a group of people comes together. Everybody holds their land in their own wallets. It's all safe, but it's because we can delegate. It turns into something bigger and better than if we had all kept our parcels like separate. So it's been a fun experience. A lot of work.
Yep, and there's like a lot of impressive features here. Like you could become a helicopter, or you could drive M's car, or get on a speed bike. Like these are, I think that these are components here that are like kind of like the beginning of even like m- more games here, more experiences here in Decentraland. Sorry, go ahead. I think I saw your mic unmuting, Esteban, while I was talking.
No, I think I mistakenly pressed the button. But yeah, cheers for that, and also for, yeah, continuing building and making things more pleasurable and exciting to explore.
Very excited, very excited. So, okay, I think we are almost about an hour. I know we started a little later today, but I just wanted to check on your availability, Esteban. How are you looking on time?
I've got 10 more minutes. I don't know.
Mhm.
What? How do you want to, like, continue the conversation?
Well, no, well, since it's 10 minutes, I think it would be a perfect amount of time to kind of just invite some of our, community members. I wanted to pose the question for them, like, what tooling would they like to see come to fruition in our loving platform? What do you think, Esteban?
Definitely, and we can also, like, invite questions from the audience in general. I'm uh, here to make this platform super successful, and that includes facing some really uncomfortable questions.
Alrighty, well, my friends down in the audience, If you have any questions to ask Esteban, like definitely feel free to request to come up to speak. Alrighty, looks like I'm seeing a request, two requests. We have two requests. We have MetaBeast coming up, and we have Make. Okay, okay. I believe it was MetaBeast that came up first. So I'm gonna pass it to MetaBeast and then Make, and then now we have AJ coming up.
Morning. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Esteban. Thanks for being here. And especially thank you for that last comment. Um, I'll try to make it easy and simple. I I have always been curious what you and the others back in the day uh, building this, and then with this plan 2030 transition. How I'm just curious. How did you envision things would be come that time? I'm not asking for anything about details of handing over. I'm just curious how you guys envision Decentraland to be come 2030.
So when we set up the Decentraland Foundation and the DAO and the 10 years vesting contracts, I was imagining a slow and steady growth of the platform. I did not imagine the craziness of the metaverse stuff. I always said that, yeah, in 2017 when we were working with Ari on the marketing emails, told him, "Hey, let's just sign. See you on the metaverse." And uh, what is the metaverse? Was the answer. So I think that we've come a long way. Um, but I think, yeah, definitely. I thought that by 2030, the the scenario was going to be one of continuous growing into a successful platform, and I don't think we've been successful other than creating a really nice and beautiful core community like we have here. There's so much more to be done and so much things to fix that I'm happy that we have a lot of good things to work on. I think that we have a lot of learnings to build upon. But yeah, that's the one thing that I was expecting it to grow a little bit more step by step.
Thank you. Oh, and I posted in the underneath the space once again the questions that you proposed in your council application, um, just to have AI give Decentraland a report card. And I posted three different AIs. If anybody's interested in taking a look or wants to run it against their own, let me know and I can give them the criteria that was used.
Thank you, MetaBeast. And excellent question, by the way. Yeah, thank you for coming up. And so now we have Make, our MetaBeast roaming party host and DJ. How are you this morning, Make?
I'm tired, Sinful. Good morning, CBD and Esteban. Really, we really appreciate you coming and giving us some time. I think, just as a highlight from where we've been over the last bunch of years, often it feels like the foundation is more talking at us than with us, and this is such a treat for you to come in and just give your thoughts to two of our favorites. Um, well, I have a ton of questions that I could run your ear off all day. Maybe I'd start. What are your thoughts about some land? Because we realize a lot of land is kind of being held in defunct wallets or where people aren't, and we have, patches that could be used for growth. Have you guys done any thinking or about the possible evolution of what might be possible? I'm not going to use the word squatting, but more the ability for unused land to be filled.
Hmm. Um, uh, I've always thought about land as this discovery mechanism that. So I think that into the future, the probably the only scarce thing in the virtual worlds will be attention, and I always saw land as a way to direct attention from your neighbors into your scenes. Um, and it doesn't help if like all of your neighbors are just like persons that bought the land in 2018 and never done anything with that. I apologize. I have a bunch of land that I've never developed, but I think that also there is a problematic, like incentives kind of thing that has created the situation. I don't hate the players, hate the game kind of thing. I think that overall it's going to take some time for that to be real, to be able to have an active vibrant land scenario. I over the years I published some proposals. They were never like really like nothing really stuck. In the beginning, I wanted land to actually, it is in the contract, a function to like ping and say, hey, I'm still here. I still know that this is my land. As a way to detect wallets that have not been active. Um, but there is a big change on the contract, on the social contract between landowners and the game. So I don't know. I think that we should squat the lands that have not been in any activity, because if you are the land owner and you come back and you can just like clean up or evict the scenes that others may have done in your land with no effort. Um, Moving in and out from a virtual property is a lot easier than moving in and out in real life. So I don't think that, if anything, it probably increases the value of their land if it got squatted and something magical started happening there. So yeah, open for those suggestions. Maybe that is something that the community can start building.
Oh, go ahead, Meg.
Well, thank you for the answer. I think a lot of people have felt strongly about that or wanted the ability, but I'll just follow up, and I think it's a perfect time. Um, has there been any thoughts about voting structures, right? Because I think a lot of times, and especially, during the time of great change, when we take these votes and we do these things, not everybody feels like I think we call ourselves shrimps versus whales, I think has come out. Would there be maybe a possible evolution to, like a lot of Web3 is play to earn, right? But maybe could there ever be a thought of like attention to earn voting rights? Great example. Sinful does all day with Knessa here. He was with me last night for at least 4 hours getting ready and doing the Meta Beast Roman party, and he will definitely be there on Monday doing Beyond the NFT. And I just wonder if true voting rights, whether that was doing events or things to cultivate the energy to have the voice of the people be heard based on the amount of work and participation they're doing on land. So instead of, say, rewarding with credits or whatever, maybe that attention can turn into BP. And so BP structure, voting rights, and any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that the best governance structure is no governance at all. If we need governance, it's to get into agreement on things that are hard to decide collectively. Um, the how to distribute that power, uh, I don't know if you heard, but there have been a couple of attempts that I did at that, and nothing really. If anything, they fragmented and isolated some members of the community, and I feel really, really bad about that. Um, so I don't think like I wish that the DAO process of governance of things, um, that it becomes a little less relevant, because the main activity, the main game, the main play, like it shouldn't depend on a bunch of people that somehow decided how your experience should be. You should really own that experience. And what does that look like? It looks like yeah less people or less ways in which your experience can be affected globally, between your friends, or within your community, and when you have your scene and your build, and you're experiencing it, and all of the sudden some engineer introduces the bug, and now your wearable doesn't work, or things like that. Like, that is the kind of thing that should stop existing. And I think that many of the things on which we try to do governance uh, go towards that. So, uh, yeah, I'm always listening for ways to improve that governance mechanism. I wish it didn't exist, and I wish that we could just like go through inside of the virtual world and experience it.
Well, I really appreciate it. And I just say, I think from everybody who comes up or not, we really appreciate you coming and taking the time to be with us on this special day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Make. And then now we have and awesome questions, Make. Now we have one of our community building Decentraland admins and loving community members. Job. How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, Sinful. Am I coming through okay?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Buenos dias, Esteban. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you, HJ? HJ?
I'm doing well, thank you. So I posed this question to I think to you, Sinful. I don't know if it got said. Just a question that I often ask is if 10,000 people showed up to Decentraland, are we ready? So I guess that's kind of my one of my litmus tests. So if 10,000 people just decided to download the app and all jumped into Decentraland at the same time, are we ready?
10,000 at the same time. I think that maybe the servers are ready, and that we could handle that. The thing that I need to fix, and it's one of the priorities, is that um, judging by the numbers and the analytics that we have on how the client gets used, out of 10,000 users that click on the download button, we will only get at the end of the funnel, already inside of the world, like only 2,000. we have a lot of technical issues along the way. Some of that is inherent to how users use the platform or whatever, but the the number of problematic product and technical decisions that we are making on that onboarding is really bad. I don't know if the number is like that. I think it could be like a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So uh, I think that the servers could handle it, but there is like a lot of other issues before the users reach the servers.
Are you saying that that's like a CMS, like a customer management system, or is that a, yeah, I guess I'm just wondering where that 80% loss rate is coming from if 10,000 download but only 2,000 show up. What, um, yeah, I'm just wondering if you could provide some clarity to that,
Uh,
please.
uh, Yeah, yeah. So when you click on download, maybe your operating system says, "Hey, are you sure that you want to download?" And it shows you the scary message. We lose about 20 or 30% of the users there. Then you've got users that download it and never double click on it. We're not losing a lot of people there, but when they open the launcher and the between the launcher and the experience getting initiated, we are also losing like about 8 or 10% of users based on the data that we are collecting inside of this process. That is worrisome. Like 10% of users launch the Explorer and somehow don't get inside of the world. Another 10-15% never log in, and yeah, and another 10 or 15% get lost in the loading of the world. So those are
Okay,
numbers that we need to figure out why it happens. We need to make sure that it's super super easy. But yeah, it's a
that's
little
fascinating.
bit
There's
of
a
like.
specific amount of friction in the onboarding process
Mhm.
for these users. Okay, that's fascinating. Okay. Other real quick question, perhaps not a simple answer. Don't know if anybody else asked this earlier. I was at the airport. But what what would need to happen, or what would you consider to be success in Decentraland? Like, you log on one day and then you have this certain experience and you're like, yeah, you know what? We've made it. This there's this original vision, that you and the founders had at Burning Man, or when you were hashing it out in the house in Argentina. Like, what what experience would you need to have to come to the conclusion that Decentraland has been a success?
Well, I think that step one is that we are building an infrastructure that allows a lot of people to connect online, and that is a little bit of like a number of uh, people that are successful in their real lives because of being successful in the Centraland, transforming the Centraland into a platform for creators such as YouTube or some other of the incumbents. And the second part of that same coin is that we do this in a way that we show that it's possible to do it in in a user respecting and creator respecting way, um, that respects all the different parties. And that is kind of like my way of saying decentralized. It's like it's a platform that prevents abuses of power, and it has built-in mechanisms so that it cannot be corrupted.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's the people over at Farcaster, and I've used it here in Decentraland. You know, you can just do things, right? You can just build things. You can just do things. Um, that's um, I, I think a pretty good test of, you know, how decentralized is something. If you just, if you want to do something, you look at the code, you look at the restrictions and the possibilities, and then you see that you want something, and then you just build it. I mean, easier said than done, but uh, yeah. Thank you for your answer. Thank you for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Uh, and thank you for the question. That's really, really interesting. And of course, the central success also includes us not being there, it being transparent, and you don't even know that it's the center.
Mm-hmm. Ajab. Oh, go ahead, Ajab.
Oh no, I was just gonna. I'm nodding my head. So I, since this is an audio platform, I wanted to voice my agreement. Yeah, yeah. It just works. Yeah.
Yes, an awesome question, Ajab. Like with that question, I learned something today. Like, to your question, every time you posed it to me, are we ready for 10,000 users? Like in my head, I always had kind of like I don't know if the servers can, but Esteban here just shared some knowledge with us. It can, but we have other friction points to take care of. Esteban, do you have time for one more question? I saw that we have old guy that came up to speak.
Yeah, let's do one more question, and then I need to get going. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last question goes to our good friend, old guy barbecue.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Happy fourth year. And Esteban, thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate you stepping up and doing this. I'm going to keep this very simple for you. Well, maybe it won't be simple. We'll see. But earlier on in the conversation, you were discussing making the Creator Hub and more tools. So I guess this is kind of a two-part question. I'd really, really like to know what your vision is with the Creator Hub, and making the tools easier for people to build. In my opinion, we are day and night difference in where we were a year and a half ago to where we are now. But what do you see as a success for new users to be able to step in and immediately create building? Also, second part of that question is, will we ever get to a point where community members can go ahead and build some of these tools, and somebody on the foundation side then can test it to make sure it's going to work, as like we'd be able to go ahead and just throw these tools out there for everybody to use, so there's multiple creators building rather than just one.
Yes, really, really good. So, my vision right now for the creator tool is that it's only an authoring tool, and it's lacking so much more, because the moment that you press deploy, it cannot stop it there. There are so many other things that happen after you deploy the scene, and helping you over there to like make sure that it's also a tool for distributing the experience and making sure that you get some metrics to understand how people are using the scene, or like whether people are actually reaching your scene. More monetization mechanism, or making it easier to monetize, because you could sell wearables, and you can trigger transactions within your scene. But I think that if we want to appeal to a more broader audience, like it will be really interesting if um, they can just buy your wearables or your VIP pass or other kinds of things inside of your scene, and without having to launch the browser and things like that. So that is my vision for the creators tools, is that it doesn't become just an authoring tool, it also becomes a distribution and monetization tool. Could you remind me the second question, please?
Just if I think you can kind of you answered both. I think you answered both of them. That my second question was basically about that. Like, would we be able to, as a community, build this, and then somebody would go behind us, and kind of like we do with the wearables. There's a committee that goes behind. They test it, make sure it's going to work fine, and they go from there. And I just didn't know if we could do that through the foundation to actually be able to put them in the Creator Hub. But if you're turning it so that it's going into the marketplace, that's just as good. So yeah.
And my innovator kind of like side that really wants to try a lot of different new ideas for how could we like really make the best out of open source, like how do we get all this age of AI into like really the process of building things. um, but I think that what Decentraland really needs right now is a little bit less um, experiments and make and a little bit more like hard product development so that we get out of the way.
So thank you, old guy. Your the question actually and Esteban's answer reminded me of kind of like back going back to Dr. Drip. He recently created a DCO raffle manager smart wearable where you can use this smart wearable. Like let's say we wanted to do a giveaway for only land holders in Decentraland, and so you could put in a filter for just owners to be eligible for the giveaway, and then you could roll for the giveaway. From there you could send the item directly to them, as well as like give them a shout out and stuff like that. So it's like kind of like these creator or community created tools within wearables. That's kind of like what your answer had me thinking about, Esteban.
Yeah, through the. All right,
And sorry,
everybody. Oh,
yeah, go ahead. You're making your exit.
yeah, I kind of like need to get going, but thank you so much. Happy birthday anniversary, and congratulations for like building this space and gathering all these beautiful people together throughout all these years. And here's to many more of those years.
Thank you, Esteban, and thank you so much for your time. And yeah, hopefully we can have more of these conversations if you're, open to them. We love hearing from you, and from this conversation, I've personally learned a lot as well.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and see you around, see you in World, and have a great rest of the day, evening, night.
Take care, Esteban.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Esteban.
Alrighty. You guys, my speakers, my old guy, Make, Meta Beast, Odd Job, amazing questions for Esteban today.
I held back.
I know you did. uh, but no, like yeah, thank you everyone for coming up here, for coming up and asking questions, and big ups to Esteban for being so open to answering the questions. He said himself like I'm here to answer questions. If you have any tough ones, like I'm here for them because these conversations are what the platform needs. So yeah, big ups to him. And yeah, so I mean, for all my speakers up here, before we wind down the space, just wanted to get a little bit of feedback on like what the thoughts are on this amazing creation Canessa has put together for us today.
I am so impressed. Uh, just even making one thing, even a one by one, it can take so much time. I can't imagine how much time, uh, that you put into this, and it's clearly a labor of love. I especially like, the mural, I guess, over here, the wall with all the people on it. It can't be that easy to update it. Like if you need to add one more person, like holy shit. There's a lot of people up here already, and I hope to see more. Um, and yeah, I think that's I've said a few times. It's like you are a one of one, and your unique utility is the time that you have to spend with each of us, and it speaks to the value, um, how much value Canessa puts in this community, to see how much time she spent on it. So I am so grateful. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful gift to be done with school, to be done with work for the summer, and to see this here, in this space. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Odd Job. It is just phase one, and the wall area. We kind of got started with some avatars, but if you want to have your avatar on that wall, just hit me up. I know I got one in a little bit too late, so I wasn't able to put it up there. And I got to figure out how I can get the quality better. It looks so much better in preview, and then I noticed it's not quite the quality I wanted. But I have 68 textures to work with. I'm not going to go off on textures. Do you know that if you have one parcel of land, you have 10 textures, but 135 parcels, you have 68 textures. The math is not mathing. So I tried to be like efficient with how I did it, and then that kind of like distorted the quality. So yeah, my hope, I don't know, like I believe in the power of play, and there's a lot of stuff here that is just makes no sense. It's just fun. Um, yeah, and my hope is that we can like use this as a point to grow from, add more community experiences. Kind of have it mirror back like the people that are building this place, and yeah, and just like I think this is sort of what well like I was inspired back in 2019 by a video they had, like a video that somebody in Decentraland,
Yes.
you know the one.
I know the one because, like, I'm getting visions from that video as I'm running through the tunnels
Yes,
here. Like,
yes.
I visioned the video, like, so I can definitely see the inspiration. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, no, that's totally it. I was like, oh, this is cool. There's like trams going through cities, and it never happened. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make that happen. Um, yeah, I also like I don't have signs telling you how to explore it. So if there's questions, if people are like lost, that's cooked into the mix. Like I want you to just discover as like there's little things hidden around. But damn, I wish the spaceship was working. Don't know why it's not. But if you can fly the helicopter, I'm so damn proud of that helicopter. I feel like Tony Stark taking off. But yeah, and I like shout out to the people who taught me how to do, this. This is like literally Rustan's OP badge process taught me more about just how to where to put stuff in coding, like in the scene file, And like that, I don't know. Yeah, so little things from here and there along the way. Old guy, thank you for your help testing the multiplayer. And I know there's a few things that could work better, so I'll just keep fixing it. But you guys are awesome. I'm glad we finally have a place.
I am. I am. The place looks great, Vanessa. But I have a real hard question for you. How many hours do you have into this?
We measure life not in the hours that it takes to build, but in the experience and I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
let me rephrase it then. How many hours of your life are you not getting back from building this?
I don't know, but I've wasted my life on way better stuff. Like Minecraft tells you how many freaking hours that you've wasted, like how many days of your life, and I'm not talking like 8-hour work days. I'm talking like 24-hour days. So when I look at the amount of time I've wasted, I don't know. Honestly, like if anybody's been to my building class on Tuesdays, you would see what I've done with this. That most of these buildings I created for a different project, my cyberpunk city, and then I just go shopping. I go in, I'm like, I need a tall building, and I just go look, and I'm like, yeah, let's take this one and this one and this one, and then I just plop it in, and like that one builder space I think we did a month ago, it was like I had this thing built out in 10 minutes, but like all repetitive, like the same thing. So yeah, shout out if anybody wants to come learn Tuesdays, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Let's break some shit.
Old guy, have you heard of the oh shit, I'm way up there. Holy fuck. Uh sorry, I just got really high. I was gonna ask, old guy, if you have heard of the I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like an engineer who set up the assembly line at Ford Motor Company. And something broke on the assembly line, and he came in to fix it, and he charged Henry Ford like $10,000. And he's like, $10,000? What the fuck? You know, what am I paying for? And he sent him an itemized invoice, and it said, tightening a bolt, 10 cents, knowing which bolt to tighten, you know, $9,999.90. Um, you know, that was just knowing which one to tighten. That was where the value is, right? So we're spending time not tightening bolts. We're spending time getting to that $10,000 invoice where we know exactly which bolt to tighten. And it seems like that's what Vanessa's been spending her time doing, is knowing which bolts to tighten.
Well, I will say this, that my dad passed away from pancreatic cancer, and he he was with us for 5 years, so we had a long time. Like he was one of the lucky ones, but he had two regrets: that I'd never learned how to play the guitar, and that I never learned CAD, like computer aided drawing. And so this build is definitely a shout out to him.
Oh, I'm sure your dad would be immensely proud of you, Vanessa.
Yeah, I think he'd look and see me like put in a giant creeper and he'd be like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Uh,
So so some of these things, they were all done in Blender, or did you say you got some of them in other places?
It's all Blender or the Creator Hub, nothing else. Like I didn't use AI for any of the building. I used AI to code, like to help me with the coding. But no, the that's what killed my textures, is all the assets from the Creator Hub. Like a lot of the stuff, the props, I just could not make them fast enough. A lot of them are like, I made your barbecue sauce. I don't know if your barbecue sauce will come in a bottle like that or a jar, but I was like, all right, you're gonna get a bottle. But yeah, no, the rest of this is all Blender.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is.
You're just trying to pull at everybody's heartstrings first thing in the morning. Jesus. Sheesh, Kanessa. I love you. Um, I'll just also say, AJ, I'm really glad that you're a teacher teaching more humans how to be humans, because every time you just drop one of those bangers, you just let them know you're out here helping people grow. Geez, Kanessa, the transformation of your building growth has been absolutely exponential, and it's been so cool to watch. And I just, like, quite literally, I want to thank you and Sin for sharing through the good days, the bad days, the pop shots, and here we are. And maybe we're getting started again. Maybe we're somewhere in the middle. Who knows? But I feel like again, I'd say from that period of change, from moving over to the client and the amount of disruption and really strapping our boots on and figuring out where we're going. I think a lot of that changed right in here, and I just say thank you guys. Maybe I don't sit there and sit on Blender, but I know I've been out here finding ways to grow uh, that I always thought I always wanted to do. As simple as DJing or whatever it is, they started right here. So thank you.
Thank you, Canessa.
I hit my phone and it dropped.
Oh,
Sorry. Had to reach for it. Well, guys, we're building together. Like there's nothing this is all like I think our knowledge we can just I mean we are stronger together, and I've tried to share everything that I can, like with the Tuesday space that I do. And I don't know, like if anybody has a dream that they want to see happen, it's one of the most frustrating feelings, like feeling like you can't do it. And then the only thing worse than that is watching everybody that came in after you freaking surpass you, and then you're like, God, I really suck. Um, so if you have a dream, like if your dream is to sail around the world, I actually never mind. I could help you with that too. If your dream is to become an F1 driver, I can't help you. But like if your dream is to build something here, like I can help you, or Odd Job can help you, or Toxic. I mean, there's so many people. So like I don't know. I guess like I'm a special ed teacher. This is not my forte, and so I'm hoping it just can be inspiration that like we can all do this. We can all do this. And on that note, Odd Job, you have so graciously um, you've got this land that you've offered to people, which is just amazing, and it's really it's right next to this. Um, and I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that now or later, whatever.
No, I'll come up. I'll come up. I was waiting for my opening, and thank you for giving me the opening. Yeah, just speaking of dreams and speaking of building your dreams. Um, yeah, I've always contended that Decentraland is one of the places that it is the shortest distance between concept to reality, albeit virtual reality. But yeah, if you come over here by Isle Spy, very clever name, and you run towards Old Guy's Fountain. So just follow me. Those of you that are on parcel that are still listening. Hello. Yep, here we go. Old Guy's following me. So yeah, it's these 4 parcels right here. Uh, this one right here is the one that Rishi just won in the Farcaster. Good morning, Farcaster. Stream that we had. So just south of that are these 4 parcels. Um, I just wanted to throw some stuff up here just to kind of show you all that it's like it could be a group effort if 4 of you wanted to get together and create something. There are no colliders, so if you wanted to come inside the building and and look, you can. So yeah, there's nothing that you can jump on. I didn't quite get that done, but yeah, you could do 4 individual parcels, or you could come together and build something as a community. You could have your entry be that. But yeah, what we're looking for. I mean, it's a world, and as people were talking about earlier, I was listening when I was at the airport. It's just like, it's the human element is
There are no colliders,
what
so if you
what is
wanted to
most
come in.
important, right? I mean, if people aren't going to be able to enjoy being in world, then like what's the point? It's not to set loose a bunch of AI bots as avatars to run around Decentraland. It's so that people behind the avatars can come into the world and meet other people and spend time together. So I think that uh, in an effort to make Decentraland a more fun, enjoyable place for people to be, more people need to own a piece of it. So we've got these 4 parcels here. Please get your entry in. You just need to tell us what your dream is. You need to drop your wallet so we know who you are. There's like a few other questions, um, but yeah, just even if you think your idea is maybe too far fetched, or maybe it's too simple, or whatever, just take your shot. Right, start simply and build from there. And if you're looking for a sign from the universe that hey, I've thought about jumping into Decentraland or making something in Decentraland. This is your sign. This is it. You should definitely take advantage of this opportunity and make something cool and put it out there. Um, One short story. Uh, so my youngest is going off to college soon, and they were they were just like driving around or something like that, and then they stopped by somewhere that we used to go when they were little, and they got really sad. They're on the precipice of moving from, basically being a child to being an adult. They're going to go off to college and be on their own. um you know it's a scary time, and I mentioned to them, well, I've got a couple of ideas, and I shared those ideas with them. And one of the ideas was I can make a a special third place, just for you. I can token gate it. It's not what I told them, but I'm like, password protect it, so that you and I and your mother and your older brother, the only people that can go in there. And if you're ever feeling lonely, I could put in a little virtual version of our dog Skylar and our cat Fiddle in there. And uh, would that be enjoyable? Would that be something that you would like? And they're like, yeah, and I think that really touched them. So it doesn't just have to be uh, a place where you come and you emote to some dance music. This place can be so much more. It can really make a connection in so many other ways. It requires you, it requires your creativity, and it requires your time to be able to make those dreams a reality. So please, yeah, enter. Do we have the link? Oh, I think we do. Yeah, here it is. It's up at the top on the jumbotron
Yep.
here for the spaces. So thank you,
Yeah.
whoever put that up there.
Yep.
Simple.
Yeah, I put the post up on the jumbotron. I have the kind of like just the description displaying on screen, and I've been kind of periodically just sharing the link out. Um, so yeah, highly encourage everyone to sign up. Yesterday, I was trying to get Yolantis to sign up. Because she was saying, "Oh, I thought I wasn't allowed because I bought land recently," and
Goodness,
I
no.
yes,
Everybody's
exactly.
allowed. Go ahead.
No, no, exactly, exactly. That's what I said. I like goodness no. Like please apply. We want to have you as our neighbor if you are selected. So definitely, anyone, please, sign up for our CBD 4-year anniversary parcel grant, and perhaps maybe you will have an opportunity to be our neighbor.
Yeah, the world is only as exciting as we make it, right? It's user generated content. It's uh operated, owned, and populated by all of us, and it's to everyone's benefit to have really cool shit in world, made by you and me. Um, and I'm doing whatever I can to encourage that, because I believe in it strongly. So get off the sofa or lean forward in your chair and fill out that application. We're looking for creativity, right? We want there to be something interesting or cool, something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Uh, if you already own land, that's fine. If you've never um, even cracked open Blender, that's also fine. Don't let any of that scare you. You've got an entire community here whose shoulders you can stand on, and then if you fall, then we've got all our hands ready to catch you if you do.
Well, and speaking on that, odd job, I was having a really good conversation yesterday with people at Genesis Plaza about like what kind of AI, we're using, like Cursor, Claude, Gemini, like, and talking about the credit system, everything like that. So it we got on the subject of like what if we got a team plan or something, or just basically coding as a group. Um and I would say, like, if you're thinking about doing this land, like applying for something, but you're like, I can't build, I don't know how to do this. Like, I would totally volunteer my time and, whatever information I have. Like, if somebody doesn't know if they can build or doesn't know how, like, don't let that be a barrier, because I think now it's clear there's enough people around here that either are, really good at building in Blender or really good at, making other kind of things in the creator hub. So um I don't know, I would include that. Like, if that's a blocker, let's just take the my Tuesday class and make that like a Tuesday takeover with this grant, and we can work on it and create something together. So yeah, hopefully that takes away even more, even more barriers. And then I think shopping the different like AI tooling is a really good way to do it too. A friend and I sat down one day and we coded together and compared, and theirs was quicker, but mine was like fixing errors as it went. So we were both like, "Wow, like this is really interesting." So I don't know, maybe it's like summer school session. Like, we're just gonna figure all this stuff out together.
We want you to succeed. You know, um, my shoe is my thing. Sharing helps everyone win. But literally, we want you to win. We want everybody to win. Um, I'm I have one more IEP to do, and that's due on Monday. So I think after 5 o'clock on Monday, I will be literally a free man. I've already got a bunch of things set up in the queue, but man, I'll chuck it all aside if I look through these entries and I see a really cool fucking idea of what to do in Decentraland, a cool sketch. Um, yeah, it's yeah, we're here. We're here to help you. We want you to win. We want you to succeed. So please take this opportunity.
Hey, hey, AJ, could you just one time say, "We out here, let's go"? Jokes.
Oh yeah, sure. We out here. Let's go.
We so damn back, Simple.
We so damn back. And yeah, honestly, Canessa, that is an awesome idea. Thank you for you offering your Tuesday time slot to helping others build on their land. And yeah, I'm sure, whoever is picked to build on these parcels will, be able to build what their vision out. Kanessa, I have to give you your flowers on this build, on like just the small, like the subtle things that like maybe like not many people think about. Like for example, like when you're over here by the ramen shop and you like get close to the tables, like the lights light up, like the red lights above, they light up, as well as like even I thought I saw a green
Oh
light
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah,
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 like
yeah. Walk under all the lights. There's definitely like even behind you on the stage, all the lights kind of match. And then when you go in the grocery store, it just blinds you with fluorescence. Like it's like super annoying.
no, but like it's like these little things that kind of like make the experience even more immersive. Goodest work.
Yeah, well, and hopefully you all have your sound on because to me the sound was the I realized I should have been a Foley artist or whoever it is that does sound effects in movies. That I missed my calling. I like geek out so hard on sounds. I'm so bad. Go grab oh yeah, there's like a lag, but yeah, go grab some Cove beer from the little store.
There's a big old cake too.
Ooh, yeah, let's check that cake out. How do you become the cars? You click it, dude, click it. Click
Yeah,
everything.
click on the car. And I demand access to M's and Dr. Drip's car.
I don't know. You got it. That's out of my control.
What's in
Okay.
the QR codes?
Oh, that's Brandon's land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, wait up, hold up. I didn't
Yeah,
put
yeah.
QR codes. No, so like that's Brandon and Hayabusa. They have the land on the inside, and so anything you're doing, like if you're a prop, you'll instantly go not prop as soon as you step onto their land because that's not land I have. So it just it was a challenge to work like in a circle surrounding other people's land. So at one point I was like, "Hey guys, so I got you surrounded, but here's what I'm planning."
It reminds me of Stuart Little, the movie Stuart Little, how they have the little house in between the gigantic skyscrapers. It reminds me of that.
Yes, yes. Or maybe I should put the up house here.
I love that the hockey rink's still there. Still one of my favorites of all time. Shout out
Oh
Alan
yeah,
and Pepe.
we
But
got we gotta have
such a case in
anemones.
point. So I am having struggles personally clicking to become a car, and I really want. That's all I want to do is become a car. Is there any suggestion to how I might be able to achieve this
Did
with
you
Try a
try
my?
hard
reloading?
I did. I'll try and get a restart.
Yeah, try a hard restart. I know the only thing that I had an issue with that other people did is the orange spaceship. Everything else works, and I don't know why that should like. There's no logical reason that that should have changed. But then it was
The
working for
spaceship.
Sin. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. It was working for me, and I
I
see
think it's
Doctor.
out of rocket fuel or something.
yeah.
The
They
engines aren't thrusting
the
upwards.
EPA put some new guidelines on, and so we have to use corn biofuel instead of like jet fuel, and it could be that. It's also like electric. It's just more like environmental. It's more like for image, so we can say we're eco-friendly. But
I
the
Yeah,
see Doc.
I
the
crashed
missiles,
it pretty good.
the missiles are still TNT, like good old TNT.
I see Dr. Drip has his hand up.
Yeah. What up? So the last time I let someone drive my car, they get in and they're really struggling. It's jerking back and forth, and they pull up next to me and they say, "Dude, I swear I'm not this bad at driving stick." And I looked down and they had the e-brake pulled up. So I don't know if anyone's ever gonna drive my car again. But but
Oh man.
I want to say first of all, happy anniversary to you guys. The build looks amazing. Um, I I know you guys put in a ton of work, and I think that's really, really admirable that you guys are still cooking after all these years and only getting better. I think the interview with Esteban was rad. I loved a lot of the stuff he had to say. The player profiles, the what was it, the creator marketplaces. um it reminded me of Angzar and a lot of what Last Slice and Lastrum were cooking up back in the day. I know those things kind of went down with the SDK7 conversion. But it's really cool to see that first of all, I missed Esteban. I don't know about you guys, but he is on it. You could tell he loves his platform. And to hear him say that he's interested in what creators are producing, I think that it's already been demonstrated that there are enough people here that care about this platform so much that they can take it in their own hands and push things really far. And I just wanted to share something about all these cars. Um, Kanessa, thank you so much for including me and Em. We whipped up those models of our cars, which is something we've been planning for a long time, but the time never really came up. But to see both you and Lastrom creating drivable cars in Decentraland, something that we've wanted for a long time. Vroomway gave us a little taste of it, but the curation team had been instructed to no longer accept car wearables. And they had told us that it's on the timeline and that they're going to be creating it. And clearly it never happened. So once again, to see the creators coming through and actually making these things happen and taking them into their own hands, it's really amazing to see. But I just wanted to talk personally for a moment how it's affected me. So I just shared on my page the 3D models of mine and M's car that we made, and I also shared a a funny little Instagram video that I created with my meta glasses this week. And in the past, I've shared videos like that, and people actually said, like, keep it on Instagram, and like I got some criticism and some flack, and it did make it kind of hard for me to share what I do in real life. Over 10 years ago, I quit my job as director of marketing and technology for a streetwear online retailer to pursue what I want to do, which is building show cars. And I've been doing it ever since. And I've strongly believed in keeping the world separate. I've always wanted to bring over my car community and all of the car culture that I've been a part of. Um, I've had this vision of it in Decentraland, and I don't feel like it's at a place where it would be a smooth, just a smooth integration, I guess. I would actually be a little bit embarrassed to show a lot of these car people what I've been developing, and that's mostly on me. I'm one of those super nerds who's into really nerdy stuff, and sometimes you can't tell people that something is cool when it's pretty nerdy. And one day I know that those barriers will come down and it will be cool, and so that's kind of what I've been banking towards. But to see you guys both drop something um, that's targeted towards car culture, it's made me feel a little bit more comfortable sharing some of this stuff. I look up to Rustan a lot when it comes to content creation. He's in a completely different world of dealing with censorship and things like that I don't have to deal with, and I can only imagine how hard it must be trying to make a name for yourself, trying to get your art out, and to try to get people familiar with what you do off screen. And so it's finally it just feels so good to finally have just a little slice of what Decentraland can be used for. And it goes in line with what Esteban was saying about real creators and real artists being able to use Decentraland as a tool to further their own brand image or notoriety within their own community. And I just want to say thank you guys for like stepping up and making it happen, because it does mean a lot to me, and I'm really excited to go drive my car. I do need to finish cleaning the chicken coop, and folding a little bit of laundry because it's not going to fold itself. But I just wanted to share some love. You guys are the best. So thank you. Thank you for accepting me as I am, and keeping things moving forward. Happy 4th anniversary. What did I have to? We out here. Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Make you are contagious.
Drip, you. So have you driven your car yet?
No, no. I hear it was added like after I went to bed, and
Yes.
so I'm really excited to. I see M's in World. I'm looking at her screen. But yeah, I gotta finish my chores real quick. I'm
No,
gonna go
that's
double
good.
time.
That's good. But thank you, because I drove your car. I'm like, oh shit, like it's I and I, yeah, I'm suddenly having like FOMO,
She
and
had the e-brake on.
I my brother had like a muscle car, like a Mustang back when we were teenagers, and he that was his baby, and he tried teaching me stick with his like nice Mustang. I was like, I can't do this to your car. I was like grinding on those. So I wouldn't. I was very careful with your car. I put it back, I shined it up. But man, there's a little bit of a difference between your driving your car and driving the Creator Hub, like Aston Martin and the taxi cab. So yeah, I don't know. I like it. I wanted to have more cars and stuff. I just ran out of time, because then I was like, what would I should put in one for me, but I'd have like a Jeep CJ7 with 35-inch tires and like mud. So then I would need a place to drive it, like a mountain road. So yeah. So that, like, the car thing, when I bought this land, when this land went up for sale, I was like, I specifically bought that strip right here for a road. Like I didn't even with I never intended to build anything but a road on it, because I wanted us to connect. I technically wanted to connect with the northern part of the map, which is like impossible, but I'm not saying no, because nothing's impossible. So I was like, okay, if we have a road here, we can connect all sorts of stuff. But then, like, if we're dedicating this to a road, we've got to have cars on it. And I grew up in the days of the Fast and the Furious, the first one, the true, like, the true one. So yeah, getting in these cars, like, that was just, when I realized it would work, I was like, shoot, I love this. I can't stop. Like, forgot to eat. Like, I'm in the zone. So thank you for, like, it. To me, it always was like there was always going to be a road here with like M's build. Like, this is just, I don't know what I always like. Of course, we're going to put cars there.
Yeah, I was not expecting them to be drivable at all. Um, the the most exciting part for me was seeing that 3D model of my car. Like, that's my car. That's literally it. It's on air suspension, so I push a button and it drops on the ground. It looks exactly like that. That's it. Those are the lights. Those are the lights that I build. I do use, RGB NeoPixels in them, so I'm gonna need to do an update to do some animated rainbows in there. But I did do the emissions, so they glow exactly like they do in real life. And like having that part of me, like something I'm so passionate about. I built the car myself. I did not buy, I didn't pay people to build it. That's all me. And like, to be able to finally see it like in another aspect of my life that I love so much, which is Decentraland. Yeah, it made me feel all types of ways inside, and so I'm excited to drive it. Thank you so much for putting that together. And yeah, we're probably not going to get out of our cars now. So
We
Yeah.
love you, my guy.
I was just
Hey,
wondering, is there any tips to entering the vehicle? You can give us any tips on the code?
That is not, like, in my mind, that's not my code. That's not my car. I am the mechanic. I'm the valet. I'm the freaking valet driver. Old guy, you want me to breach my contract?
So
All
she
my
knows the code. She's just
She
not telling
knows the
us.
Of
code. I
course I
saw.
know the code. I quoted it. But like
How much
my
mana is it
job
going
is
to
on the
take? I just
line.
want to know how much mana is it going to take?
200 donuts.
I'm making $14 an hour here. I don't want to blow this gig, okay? Like I'm a valet driver. This hotel hired me. I just come on, man. I park cars for a living.
When
Maybe,
car wash
maybe,
remote.
maybe later on in the event, later on this evening, we can start sharing some of those codes so everyone can get to give the Accord a spin. Let's just hope Mean Green Doge didn't write the code, because we all know what happened that last time when he came up with the game plan. I want to also give a special shout out to the young lady down there, Miss Kim. This last chapter, I feel like, from switching over, where there was so much like social disruption to the change, for you to show up all the time for us, with us, helping us build, coming in to take those shots and those emotions that we all wear so on our sleeve. You really have been not only the one driving it, but the one really showing up for us that we see. And it would be remiss to say the CBD is nothing without you as well. And we thank you so kindly. I'm sure you're with your kids doing your thing, but thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am walking into my house back to kid time, but I just wanted to say congratulations. 4 years is a huge accomplishment in any community. I've been in a lot of communities, and very, very few make it past, 1 year, let alone four. So just huge shout out to all of you for continually like being proactive and actually building a community, and not waiting for us to handhold it every step of the way. I think it's been really, really cool to watch. So huge congrats, CBD. I hope you have so much fun today. I had the build open this morning. It looks incredible, and I know the team will be continually checking it out throughout the week as well. But yeah, back to mom mode, but just wanted to say huge congrats. This is really, really cool. I'm glad Esteban was able to join for a bit. I'll plan to listen to the rest of the recording that I missed while I was at yoga recentering myself. But really looking forward to seeing all of what's to come. And Dr. Drip, what you said I think was really interesting, and something we've talked about a lot of, like, I hope Decentraland becomes a place where people can bring all of their niche interests and those niche communities in, and it is that blank canvas for whatever it is you're really into, and you make it your own. And so I've seen that happen with the artist culture. We've seen it happen with like builders and NFTs and all of that. And I really can't wait for the offline interests to start rolling in here, and that starts to merge. So I can't wait for the car community to come. If you ever want to do a learn about cars thing in the theater, let me know. We can do a session, and I think it'd be really fun to start teaching people about all of our, niche interests and hobbies. So that's kind of it. Have a great 4th anniversary, everyone. Love to see all the work you're doing.
Hey, Kim, I've got a new tagline that I've been using on Instagram as we talk about merging, and it's gas is expensive. Come vibe for free. Let's go.
I love it. I mean, yeah, I think we've gotten to the point, and I know everyone's heard me say this a lot, but I think discoverability on Instagram and TikTok, I've been watching how a lot of worlds have built there, how a lot of artists have built there, and there are few platforms where it doesn't require you to have a big audience. TikTok is one of them. You have a great piece of content and you have 3 followers, it does not matter. Um, so yeah, keep doing your thing, keep exploring. We just opened the UGC boot camp finished, and Empress is helping us keep that rolling at a public way. So we'll be doing a lot more prompts. We'll switch it to a raffle for rewards for everyone that does the prompt, just because we're going to start doing more of them. But would love to see all the content you create. I think we did, for those of you that know, we did a UGC campaign with an agency, and what they were great at is the TikTok side. But for me, what they were missing and what I think this community is great at is that, like, that special touch. The what is it that you know about Decentraland that makes it so special that other people would want to see? And I can't wait for you all to become, the next UGC on social media, not just UGC in world creators. And I think that's the way this will go, is seeing what you all see and value and the problems Decentraland solves for you, and showing it off in all of your unique perspectives and ways and interests. I think that's how the awareness level will grow.
Thank you, Kim. It's been awesome hearing from you. And yeah, definitely listen back on the conversation. I feel like it was definitely a good sit down with Esteban, and yeah, Canessa had some excellent questions, and so did our friends. Our friends had some really good questions for Esteban, and I definitely learned some stuff today. So, um, let's see. I know that we have M that came up to speak. Hello, M. Good morning.
Good morning,
Can
cuties.
I drive your car?
Yes, you can drive my car.
Okay, good. Because Drip won't let me drive his.
No, I would love to see everybody driving my car. I don't really have a plan for what I plan on saying. I just know that I wanted to come and shout out the immense amount of consideration that Canessa put into this build. You see all of the all the community members represented there in the mural, and she reached out to me like a week ago for the cars, and it it's something that Doc and I have been wanting to do for a long time, and I like shammed together like a what would you call it, a Timu version of his car for his birthday. And so I'm really happy that he was able to help me, get those cars and those models finalized, because I remember when I put up the car gallery, I had another Timu version of my car, and it just wasn't right. And so with the progression and AI generation for 3D models really empowering people, it helped bring it to fruition. And Canessa's push and immense amount of consideration for the community, and just knowing what everybody does. I mean, that is so hard. You know so much about all these people here, and you took the time to make them feel included, whether they've been around for the entire life of CBD or not. It's incredibly amazing to see that type of consideration. So thank you. I think that needs to not be unnoticed. There are, you've got Old Guys Barbecue stuff in there. You've got Brandon's Build in there. Just all these people in there that sometimes may feel overlooked or not noticed. It's really amazing to see that. So thank you so much for putting the build together. Thank you so much for considering all of these people. Thank you for the amount of memory space that takes, especially with how much we all have going on in our personal lives. So it was just incredibly sweet. And yeah, I'm really stoked to see CBD continuing, because this is definitely a group of people that have always contributed, have always been around, have always dealt with the hard stuff. And yeah, I'm really stoked to see you guys here doing it, and yeah.
Thank you, Em. Well, I have to thank you. I have to thank I mean, I couldn't do this on my own. This is not my land. Like you, Sinful, Alan, thank you so much. Jared, I mean, this is a group effort. So that's like the beautiful part, because we, like without your help, without you like letting us use your land, like we would, you're like a thoroughfare, both you and Alan. And so, yeah, like I felt like if somebody's going to let me use their land, then I better make it happen. Like better bring it. I feel like it's like babysitting somebody's baby. Like, you better take care of that baby and bring it back in better shape than they left it. So I really thank you guys. I'm so grateful that you trusted me, to to put this together. And our neighbors here, Hayabusa's on the build now. I haven't seen Brandon roll through yet today. He's probably working hard.
I think I think I mean when you go on his land, his avatar is sitting right on top of his building.
Oh, okay. So maybe he just, yeah, went through
Yeah.
too fast.
So
But
so while we were having stream issues, Brandon let us know in CBD that he was streaming for us on his land so that like just so people can see. That was back when we were having issues.
well, if the screen is the only thing that breaks out of all of this, I mean, there's a few other things, but like, geez, if that's reality, if that's our new reality, I mean, I remember going to parties where the avatars are naked, or there's green walls, or the screen doesn't work. It's like we're flexible. We can go with that. And I have to say, like, this place is totally different on mobile. So I have to like retrain myself to go use mobile, because a lot of times, it's like nighttime. I'm thinking about my build, laying in bed, and then I'm like, oh, I could go there right now. Like, oh, I could check it out. And then I go in, and it's like a totally different world that I kind of think we can't really see usually unless you have like buildings. There's fog in the mobile. So definitely check this out on mobile too. I think the floor is lava does not work on mobile, but otherwise everything else um, is pretty good. You might sink through the floor if you're bananas or beer, but like you're still there. But I don't know, guys. For somebody with no coding experience to be able to make a game that's on like PC and mobile, I'm like blown away. I tried showing my kids, and they're like, okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm just like, but guys, this is a really big deal for me. And yeah, showed them how I'm a creeper. Uh, so anyway,
We're
uh,
gonna play Fortnite.
yeah, yeah. So it's I don't know. I'm blown away. I could do this.
I mean, and so are we. And kind of going back like to even speaking with Esteban and kind of what you said mentioned about this build. Like this is a starting point. From here, like development will go on, new features will come out, and yeah, who knows what our world will be like in the next 4 years. 208 more spaces, Kanessa. Are you down to sign a contract for 208 more spaces?
If
I know.
if I could sign a contract, I would. You can have my soul. You can have my soul too. I'm a lifer. Oh no, there's somebody.
well, 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 then I'm humbled because like the contract would be for the spaces, not for Decentraland in general. So thank you. I didn't know you enjoyed being on spaces with me so much.
Yes, yes, yes. And like I really do think we're at a I don't know, like a pivotal evolutionary event in not just in Decentraland, but like tech, just tech across the board. I think we can't sleep on this. I think we cannot sleep on the tech and being able to push what is possible. Like that's what I wanted to do. Part like this build, you might see something and be like, oh, that's cool. What if I did, what if I took that and tweaked it this way? Like hopefully it's inspiring, like it we don't know where inspiration is gonna hit us, but we've got to keep learning. We got to keep growing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely Esteban mentioned a little bit of that about this. We're in such a beautiful time in history with AI. Being able to like as a regular person being able to like do stuff virtually, make you know, for in your case, code this scene. In my case, like mess around with servers. Like it's a beautiful time in history that we can definitely not sleep on.
I think it's just so awesome to see where we've again there have been different chapters and times. Like there are certain oh excuse me, certain events and things and groups who have come through and done their thing and inspired others to come. And now we're just seeing more and more great people come back, build amazing things. I mean, you see Empress Trash, you see OX Quan, the gentleman who just started building across the street from us
Panel
with that
House.
panel house is amazing. I mean, Lastrom continuing to absolutely defy all logic, and Mean Green Doge's claw machine that worked from in world. It's really just, and then welcoming the incredible amount of artists and people who are just looking for a home to share their music or their story. And you do feel the growth and the energy growing. And, where everybody's like, oh, there aren't this many people, or maybe 10,000 people aren't logging in. But every day we're seeing new people come. And a lot of people are coming in and immediately surprising us and making changes. And we're even seeing people like the amazing Yolantis, like, yeah, it's time to purchase and go. And I just think our star is pointing north. Um, I think the more we can speak and feel like at one with with the foundation, and I thought that was just such an awesome step of feeling like we were talking with someone again. I think we'll just keep that North Star pointing up. I mean, one of my favorite IRL moments is I've met so many people like from Decentraland. I'm out there running around saying hi to everybody. Was running into you, Canessa, and you, Denver, that first time when you tried to sneak up on me. I was like, oh, hell no, girl. I know who you are. You had me a hello. Um, but it really is it's shifting and changing right now, and I think we got to remember to be open and supportive, and from all sides of that coin. I think we are really coming to a really special place, and also to remember that some people who had to go are coming back, and we should open our arms to those people, because we do need that next 10,000 people to come in. And so I just want to say thank you to all the people who have come back, and all the people who are putting their emotional time in the place we love so much. And I think you'll see we're all incredibly grateful to be growing with you.
Yeah, and I think growing, like watching each other grow and build and create cool stuff. I mean, that's like that is just as fun as building in Blender, is watching people build. Like I'm personally really glad just Esteban entering this next stage, just because I used to help students like figure out what they're going to be when they grow up. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to be when I grow up, but like watching somebody go through different iterations of like leadership, um I'm really glad that he's taking this step. I think it'll be the right I think it's the right move. um Definitely, like I would be in a different I'd be feeling different if it was if we didn't know who was going to step up. If it wasn't a founder, like that, that would be it'd be a whole different conversation we're having right now. But the fact that it's somebody who has a strong passion and strong vision for what this place, can become, because I've had great conversations with him. Um, yeah, and I feel like that's we may not agree with every move that leadership makes. Like we won't. That nobody does that. Um, but I think that having hopefully the heart in the right place is like foundational to begin with. And I'm optimistic that that's the case. Um, Time will tell. We it is it's still uphill from here. If we're climbing this mountain, we still got a lot of elevation gain to make. But I feel like we just got a new pair of hiking shoes on and got some electrolytes, and we're still going.
Yep, yep. So with that slight silence there, like we do have to get ready to party in about 3 hours, but I wanted to start winding down, but as we wind down, I did want to visit a special build that our friend Fancy had put together for us for this event tonight. What do you think, Vanessa?
I do, but I need to cheat. I think I can't make it there, but I'll try. I'll try.
uh, so if you're on the plaza, if you were to run north toward past lava or floors lava, and to the right you will see this incredible build made by Fancy. Oh my god. Okay, how do I get up? How do I get to oh, there, okay, there we go. There's the first one.
This is gorgeous. Look
I
at these
know.
stars.
I believe there is a lift nearby as well for those that can't get the parkour done.
I need ADA compliance, guys. Where's my lift? Oh, these are so cute, Fancy. And
Yeah,
Fancy, this is made in Blender, right? I think.
yes.
Uh, love that.
I've been chatting it up a little bit with Fancy, and yes, yes, he made this with Blender. Um, the other night he was thinking about how he could contribute towards the celebrations because he loves CBD, and one of the thoughts for him was like, should I delegate this land to Canessa? And then he says, I was thinking about building something for it, like, but I don't know. And I like just stopped him there, and I said, like, I think that I thought that he would put the biggest smile on your face if he were to grab the bull by the horns himself
Yes.
and take that step, that leap to build. And
Yes. That
this is incredible.
this is
Can you
amazing.
guys share the location? I think a lot of people in world really would like to be there.
Negative 132, comma 111. I'm gonna look for that list.
I just want to say, Kanessa, I still, and Dr. Drip, because you both gave me one. My unicycle emote is still one of my most cherished things. You know, you all could borrow them whenever you want back. But I just love seeing my unicycle on there. It really does tell more stories than anybody will ever know.
That's funny. I have questions, but
Fancy's here, by the way,
oh
like
my
in
gosh.
world.
Fancy this part right here. I'm struggling. No, I already tried to cheat. I already tried to put on my smart shoes. Oh my gosh,
Okay,
that
there we
was
go.
hard. The angle, like I
Yes.
can't.
No,
Um,
but I enjoy the
oh
angles. Like,
wait, maybe this one. Okay, I didn't see.
okay,
I didn't see that one behind me. Whew. Okay.
I'm almost there. I'm almost to the top,
Oh
Fancy.
my gosh, Rishi, help me! I love
Okay. Oh Lord, there's still
Wait,
so many more stars. I don't know where to go next. Okay.
LFG fans, let's fucking go.
Help, step bro. I'm
I
stuck.
made it. Whew. Oh my
I'm
gosh,
gonna go
not to the
have to
top.
go get my kids so they can parkour for me.
Let's see. Can we use the cake? Oh, we can. Okay. All right.
What? We can use the cake? Hold up.
Yes, the cake is
Lies. I'm
good.
falling.
Yes, the cake is live. Oh my gosh. Whew. Let's see.
Okay, so where I was just at, I could not see it move forward. So like I know like we go no wait. I think that no, I was a little higher. Hmm.
I'm just gonna rest on this one because I don't know which one to go on. Oh, you know what? I forgot we can
I
glide. Does that?
I
Oh, you glided.
yeah. Yeah, I did the long jump there.
Do I have it? Oh my
I
gosh,
think
am
I
I gonna
think you
make
needed
it?
a rest. Hit the the yeah, good.
Woo!
Yeah, I was seeing you lose steam. So what I
Yeah,
did was I climbed on that star that you glided over, and then I
yeah.
like initiated the
Launch sequence. Okay, let's
yes,
see.
yes.
Oh no no! Oh my gosh, I love how this looks like frosting. I mean, because I love frosting, but this is let's see.
I think I'm getting there. I'm getting somewhere. Okay, I have made it to one layer of the frosting.
I'm looking at that building over there, being like, can't I just go use the elevator? Can't I just deploy a build with an elevator that would get me to the top floor so I could just drop down?
I mean, you do have one of those tall buildings you can climb to. Like you
I
could probably
know.
glide
I'm
over.
trying to. I want to be. I want to give it my best. Let's see. Did I make it?
Yes, give it your
No, no, no,
best
no,
try. Which
no, no.
There's there's a pink. I swear I saw a pink lift over the the side away from the ocean
Yeah,
somewhere.
I thought I saw that too.
oh no, I lost my glide. Okay,
I
that was
just I
close.
just cheated and went to where Sin was.
Hey, Vape.
That's my cheat code. That's my cheat code.
You went to where Sin
Cheater.
is. I think.
Yeah, you click on his profile and then you just go to his location.
Oh,
I just
wow.
discovered this cheat code right now, by the way.
Like like by doing that, it spawns you at the top and makes you fall.
Yes. No, well, no, it takes
Oh,
me to the top of the cake because that's where I'm at now. Like, if you like
oh
go
wow.
find Rustan and then like click on his location, like like you're gonna friend him, and then like because he's at the top.
He is at the top. Yeah.
He's at the top.
Okay, but how do you? I don't see the
Ooh, now I'm on the
option.
second layer.
So, Vape, where are you? Maybe I'll go.
I'm on
Go
the
find-
second layer now.
So like I'm guessing on your friends list you would
Yeah, on your
Yeah.
friends
Okay.
list,
Okay.
if you go to see like who's everyone's there, like you're gonna do a shout out, then you can click on a person's name. I'm
Okay.
gonna glide down.
oh, Scat made it here on mobile. What is this black magic?
Um, that's pretty good on mobile.
Check this out. I'm just gliding.
Oh, hold on,
Love
guys.
me
I'm
some
just gonna
vape.
go grab a little soda over at the other build. I'll be
By
right
the way,
back.
I just want to say
Cheater.
this whatever this build, this whole thing is so fucking cool. I love all the colors. I love everything about it. I can't wait to explore some more. You guys have done a really great job. I'm so glad to be here with y'all on your 4 years together, and I'm glad to I'm glad to count y'all as friends. So thank you so much.
Vape, if I'm not mistaken, you were here with us for the 3 year you and a Make a Mew Fest.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know. I'll have to look back at even like my mixes because I remember going back and looking at all my old mixes and like I think there was a 2 year and a 1 year. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look.
I think the Make a Muse Fest definitely was where it was 0 point that I remember. But
Yeah,
man,
Zero
it's
I
been
point
so
oh,
dope being next to you,
1.0.
brother. We love
I
having you here, man.
I think the Make a Mew Fest may have been somewhat of our 2 year celebration because um time had just gotten away from us that year. Like we wanted to celebrate a 2 year anniversary and then like we never ended up doing so. Is that correct, Canessa? I did see you on mute.
Yeah, because it was that was the year of the community summit in Argentina, and I know that. Yeah, I know I was out of town, and I think that overlapped. And then when I got back, we just never did it, never cooked it up.
What was the community's alternative to the foundation's music festival? Didn't that happen too? When they're
Well, yeah, that was our Make a Mew Fest.
Yeah, I do see like that's almost like one of my first uploads to my channel. Like it's to make a Mew Fest in 11/25/23.
Let's go.
That was
Let's
Yeah.
like the week
go.
after, right? Because I remember thinking it was such a good idea to like, we're gonna get all these people in for Music Fest, and then they're gonna be like, okay, what's next? And then like we could have a community one the next week. So that was kind of cool to be like, come on back, we got more going on.
How many? I
Correct.
did we
But
go
they
for
don't.
16 hours in that day?
Dude, these events, they just blur into they're no longer hours, they're just days.
Um, I just want to say one of my favorite things, from somebody out there. There was another DJ who's super talented and a great friend, or at the time anyway. And I finished for my first time being live for the Make 'Em You Fest, letting things happen. And she wrote me and said, "Hey, I really think after hearing you, you should never try and DJ in front of people again." And it was as honest as she could tell it. And here we are, zero fucks given, building all the time, growing with friends around us. Vape, huge inspiration to help me cook. And man, it's been so great being around you. But we've come so far. We fought through so many. I just think that's the thing. Don't be scared to do what you love. Try around your peers, around your friends, and grow with them. I might not want to use Blender, but I'm trying to learn to use that thing better every week. And it started right there, and I love it. And it's taken me in places I could have never dreamed. And I know we got a lot more places to go doing it with friends.
Well, and make, I think it's good you don't want to learn Blender, because you know what, I don't want to learn DJing. uh Maybe like 20 years ago I thought it was kind of cool, but like I think it's just as valuable spending your energy on something as it is like knowing what you're not going to spend energy on, like cutting that out and being like, I'm not going to learn Blender, that's not my thing, like my thing is over here. But then like finding the people that can help you, like, okay, I can, I mean, if we all had to learn all the things, we're never going to get anywhere. Like it is.
I don't know. DJ Canessa does have a really nice ring to it.
We
There
Really
was
did
a
see
does.
that
time.
happen, by the way. We
Like DJ
did have
Canessa is
DJ
opening up tonight.
Canesta
Fuck yeah!
with
I
the
want
Oh
to be
my
the
phone.
first
god.
to
I
buy
I
those
take that.
tickets.
I swear there was a verbal commitment between a
There
Miss
was.
Canessa and Mariana as far
Mariana's
as
here.
Yeah.
one night for one night only. I'm just saying I seem to recall that for some reason.
Yeah, I remember that too. Mariana,
Oh, I got launched into the
we got to
air.
do it. Yeah, that's a feature, not a bug.
That's a feature. Yes, yes, exactly. I was gonna come in and correct you.
How do you trigger that? Like, can any
It's
how do you trigger that?
Yeah, that's the actually the wind tunnel asset from the Creator Hub. I don't know. I mean, I know that people have told Foundation. I think Hayabusa found it like right away. It's a Yeah. So if you use that and you bounce, it bounces everybody on the scene. Um,
Nice. Do it again. Someone do it again.
so there's four wind tunnels throughout the scene. So usually
Oh,
like
here
once
we
you do it, you
go.
can kind of
Woo.
figure out where they are, and then I highly suggest using that to get to the spaceship or the helicopter.
Wait a second. I just noticed these people moving tubes like you see on Futurama. Can you take those?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There's
What?
three ports to get in to like little train stations. I'll probably add signs, but I really don't want to like tell people.
No,
I
no, no,
don't
no. You want to
like.
make it discoverable. Like I
Yeah,
love the whole like
yeah.
being discovering shit.
Yep, because there's stuff in there that I think people haven't seen yet. They haven't.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. Don't
think.
give away all the
Yeah,
secrets.
yeah. I like leaving some stuff because then you'll find it and you'll be like, "Geez, this is here." But I don't know, the spaceship and the helicopter, man. I was like trying to build. I should have been building, and I'm just like flying the helicopter around, having fun. Like, and that's how
I
I
want a
know. Like,
helicopter. I think
Yeah,
So
like helicopter tours above Decentraland. That sounds actually pretty amazing.
that's exactly why I bought land in 2019 in a triangle in the map. And I had no idea that you couldn't do that. But I was like, I'm going to buy land in the southeast corner. And then I bought
Uh-huh.
two parcels in the north. And then I bought like the land that the Pudgy Penguin build is on. I was going to have like airship tours. I was like, yeah, this is going to be so great. I had no idea you couldn't do that. You know?
What if you did like Hindenburg, like a whole like
Yeah.
big blimp, and then like as you set sail on your first flight out, it burns, and then wherever you fall on the central land below is wherever
Ooh.
you fall, and
Yeah.
then maybe there's some things that fall out that you have to go find because
Oh
they're
my
clues
God.
to something else.
Yes.
Whoa.
I mean, that
Hey,
could be a portable experience if we could do that, or a smart wearable. Like I think when you leave the property, that's when it's harder. But as like
Oh.
that's the benefit of having so much property where you can, I don't know, like it starts to feel like this is more, yeah, it feels more realistic than. But in a DCL, I mean, in DCL world, you could do it. It's not the same as the map. Like there's something truly perfect about the map, and like being able to do that. But you know what anymore? Like let's just make it happen. Like that there was such a benefit in my early days of not knowing anything because I didn't know what I couldn't do. Like I didn't know where the limitations were. So I just started doing shit. And same with this build. I didn't know that I couldn't, like I didn't know if I could do this or not. And so I started like, going and going. And then all of a sudden, like different stuff happened and that inspired other stuff. So I think there's actually a huge creative benefit to being inexperienced because it'll let you try stuff that with experience, you'll say, no, you can't do that. Like I'll say that about Blender. Like I can't do that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can. Put the eat my humble pie ego check. Maybe I can do that. So
Yeah,
hey,
like I'm kind of like the same way, like with like even like looking at the thing where you can win land and do the build. Like I have like ideas, like but then I can't build, and I'm like, oh well, I don't want to like put an idea out, and I don't know how to build,
yeah,
and then
yeah, but
or I'm like, oh fuck, now I'm gonna have to like learn something and force myself to like learn something and do something, So.
you should
hey,
totally sign up. Canessa will help you on Tuesday, noon Eastern, right? Right? Yeah.
yeah, vaped. I don't know if you were here for that, but I did say like if that's the limitation, if that's the blocker, let's
That's
just
kind of like my blocker.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Well, I would say like part of the stipulation on the land grant is you do have to build it and like, prove that you're going to, work on this.
yeah.
And like I honestly I'm running out of things to teach on the Tuesday classes. Like I could just build and people could watch, but I don't want to I feel like I need new stuff, so like it would help me to like,
Oh,
okay,
really?
this is what we're going to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so
it would
like
also be your content, be content.
yeah, yeah, and if it's something that I can't
Ah,
do, like, there's enough people that maybe could figure out like, okay, this person wants to, put this in here, but I don't know. My mind has been blown with what is possible. So I think yeah, like don't let that be a blocker.
all
Uh,
right. Because I just told an idea to my brother Lunars. He's in the background. I said, hey, I had this one idea, but one time, and he's, oh, dude, that sounds kind of cool. I'm like, oh, but I don't know how to build it. He even said, dude, you should check out Tuesdays with Canessa.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
let's
for
go.
for
hey,
sure.
I'm gonna just give a quick shill to my man Vape, who's been out here with us for quite a while. DJ Vape is part of the EAPES community who has come in more than once. We had a great event with Mary Shark, and they're super supportive.
Love
They
Mary.
are doing a World Cup Open
Oh
format
yeah.
tournament. So I'll just shield that for you, buddy, because they included Decentraland. You could join in as a Decentraland user and be on Decentraland's team. They've got some great prizes. There is no barrier to entry financially. So if you're in the World Cup and want to, join like a pool, I'll let him talk more, but it's a great opportunity. The EAPes have been super supportive to us. A lot of them have come in.
And this is a great opportunity to get together with more people. Vape, take it away. Shield that thrill, baby.
Well, I didn't come up here to show anything. But now that you mention it, I'll just say something real quick about it. Like, it's just a fun way for communities again to cross pollinate, to explore each other's worlds, and to have fun. I mean, in as much as like if you guys remember Orbit of Love and Galactic fusion and all that, that was just a way for communities to discover other communities. And in that same vein, that's what kind of EX Predict is, a way for other communities to get together, to learn about each other, to have fun in an environment that makes sense. And to us, the World Cup is that environment. Like 4 years ago, you didn't have ways to connect. I think in it socially in as much as you have today. And so like, and especially in Web3, like when a lot of communities kind of like stick to their own lane, it's just another way for just to blend communities and find more people that you might vibe with. So that's why we created EH Predict. Fun way, and like a lot of other communities that have come in wanted to donate some shit to the prize pool. So it's grown from like like 1,500 to 2,000. Now it's up to like $4,200. And again, guys, it's totally free to play. And if you do come in from DCL, you can pick Decentraland as your like community that you're repping. And then the games start on June 11th, so you have a little less than a week to do all your picks. All the predictions close up on June 11th at the start of the first game. And if you're anything like me, I kind of used a little AI to help me with my picks, and then I chose like favorites that I wanted or knew that whatever. So anyway, enough of that. If you guys are interested for that, that's great. Eapspredict.com. But that's it.
Hey,
Thank you. And so I know that. Oh, did you have a question?
I would, in a sense, I was just gonna say, hit me up whenever you're ready, babe, to grab a beer or ice cream or coffee or something, neighbor.
Wait. Where are you again?
I'm in NoHo.
Oh! All right. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Like, I think I remember you saying mentioning that before. But yeah, I'm Studio City. So like this is where we broadcast from. Vape vibes.
So I did see. I'm not seeing it anymore, but I thought I saw Brandon's hand was up but I'm not seeing him as a speaker. So give him a shout out here, hey, Brandon, if you'd like to come up to speak. Uh, and share your thoughts, comments, concerns. But if not, yeah, I would like to close it down within the next 6 minutes. Canessa and I have some plotting to do in the background. I promise we're prepared, kinda.
So are you two doing ABC Decentraland? Is that what I've read or came to understand?
I I think so, but let's not
Yes.
talk about how prepared we are. I just is Billy in the house? Nope. But Odd Job and Talks are. So we are so ready for ABC to Centraland. Everything's ship shape. Thumbs up.
Yes. Tox is listening. We are so ready. We're the readiest that anyone has ever been. Perhaps maybe even too ready, toxic. But oh, and okay, I see a message from Brandon. He says that he's at work. He just wanted to tell everyone to he wanted to say don't stop learning and keep building. The only people holding you back is yourself. The only person holding you back is yourself. So yes, thank you, Brandon. We love you. So sorry about that, man. I was seeing your hand up, but the conversation was slow, and we needed a little moment. But So, yep, festivities will begin at 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. Eastern, which is in approximately like about 2 hours and 35 minutes or so. And we have an amazing lineup for tonight. So we will be starting at 5:30 for a 30-minute set with Tom Fellons, our good friend Tom. I thought I saw him in the space earlier. Maybe he had to pop out, but big shout out to Felons. Thank you for kicking us off for our celebration, and then we will be having a special ABC Decentraland tours. CBD edition. Uh,
ABCBD.
ABCBD. I like this. Yes, ABCBD takeover. From It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, and then at 8 p.m. DJ Ability will be taking the stage, followed by A Kid Called Make at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then we have Austin Deshane at 10 for starting us off for some CBD after hours. Moving into, well, I guess the next performer has not confirmed, so we'll probably have an intermission in between. But then after the intermission, we will be back with Liza Hyde. Um, Taking the decks. Some of you may know her as UV Waves. She is amazing and has performed her debut a couple. I think it was I believe it was last week at the Meta Beast roaming party. Then at 1 a.m. Eastern, we have Stony Eye taking the stage. And then for 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., we have an epic duo taking the stage. We got Lunar Freak going up first at 2 a.m. till 3, and then DJ Vape will be taking over and finishing us off. You're our closer, DJ Vape. How does this make you feel? Like in baseball, like the closer is always that like he's that hard throwing pitcher. Like it's like we need to guarantee this close.
Well, you know what? I'm honored to be at that position. I got it. Like it didn't work. It didn't when we started doing the lineup. It wasn't always that. If you recall, I think it was Sonia. But as the list kind of grew and it started to make sense, and of course, you all know that Lunar always broadcasts or live streams from my place. So it just made sense, and I think that energy to me, we'll just bring it and bring it home and wrap it all up.
Yes, thank you, Vape. Thank you, Vape. Uh, and it is an honor from our side. Like, since we started putting this event together, and I was talking to Make in the background, like on performance, who to reach out to, like from day one, I was telling him, it's like we need DJ Vape. This man has been putting in the work, like for us, and we all love him. So we definitely need to include him.
Well, thank you. Well, it's all about the vibe, all about the love. Love you guys. You guys' vibe is like my vibe, and so that's why we vibe.
That's why we out here.
That's why we out here, motherfuckers.
All right, alrighty. What do you think, Vanessa? Should I just yank the cord and not do any final thoughts, or should I just run it around the room here real quick before we close down?
Oh, we have time for final thoughts. I think I would rather go a little later and hear from everybody, and yeah, I think we're good.
All right, guys, you are all safe from me pulling the plug like I have the last couple weeks. All right, so let's go around the room here. Let's start off with the lovely M. Do you have any final thoughts, M?
Just congratulations on 4 years. Congratulations on all the amazing things you've built, and thank you for being here.
Likewise, Em, we love you. We definitely, the energy that you bring to this space, definitely like we feed off of this energy as well. We never know what kind of world it would be if we didn't have our, core our friends here. So yeah, definitely. Thank you. And Meta Beast, final thoughts.
I had one and I forgot it. Happy birthday. It's always nice to hear it. I know mine's right around the same day. So have a wonderful day and be sure to apologize to some inanimate objects.
Oh, that's a good one. And okay. Well, you just mentioned about yours being around a similar date. So, like, my friend, if I've missed your birthday, I am so sorry,
Oh,
and I want to
my
wish you a
Decentraland
happy birthday.
birthday. My
Oh,
Decentraland birthday, not my birthday
okay.
birthday.
Okay. I was like over here, like, oh, my heart. How could I do this? All right. Well, happy Decentraland birthday. Okay. uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's pass it over to old guy. Any final thoughts, old guy?
Yeah, happy birthday. This community is great. I did want to say, I've heard some talk up there about building. And Canessa put that offer out there. I will tell you, there are multiple people that sit in CBD um, channel all the time that would be more than happy to help anybody who wants help building something. I can tell you, less than 2 years ago, I started my journey on building, and it's not as difficult as everybody thinks. Um, it just takes a little bit of know-how, that's all, and a little bit of just messing around and playing around and figuring it out. So um, anybody wants help, we are there all the time, or reach out to me personally and I will actually jump in with you, because I know sometimes the hours are difficult for everybody to all be at one place at one time. So enjoy your evening and happy birthday again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, old guy. Thank you, old guy. And I mean, I know that you are cooking up something special here soon. Can't wait for the grand opening. It's going to be exciting. And let's see, going down the line here, Dr. Drip, any final thoughts, comments, or concerns?
Yes, I really love what you guys are saying about Blender and DJing both being really hard, and sometimes identifying if you're just bad at something and not wanting to do it. I think that when you're starting a new skill, I think most people don't like feeling like you suck at something, but it's just part of the process. You got to power through it. Um, you don't get to start a new RuneScape account and just start mining rune. You got to first get to level 10, then level 20. Nobody likes going to the skate park and just learning how to push without pushing Mongo. If you feel like you suck at something, just power through it, because eventually you won't feel that way anymore. For me, it's cooking. I loved what you guys said about just knowing if you're not gonna do something. Sometimes that's a skill in its own. Um, I think a little over a year ago, old guy had inspired me to want to cook some beef jerky. So my dad makes beef jerky. He prepped all the meat. He brought over the smoker, and I was like, I got this. And I ended up burning the entire batch, and I haven't really wanted to try since. M is an amazing cook. I've accepted the fact that I'm just gonna be the guy that gets everything out of the fridge, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I would encourage everyone. You got to start somewhere, and just power through it, because you won't stay there forever. I love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, Drip. you're you're just gonna stick to being the assistant and a taste tester. And did you unmute? I think I saw you unmute real quick.
That was an accident. I'm cuddling puppy.
Aw. Alrighty, going down the line here. DJ Vape, final thoughts.
I'm out here at my barbecue right now, and I'm scrubbing the grill. But I just wanted to say that I think I can't believe how much inspiration um, that this community brings to the table. And after hearing what Ogai and Dr. Drip and everyone else has been saying, it totally makes sense. I've been there at the beginning of every, like different skills of my life, and they're right. You forget that. I think when you're approaching a new thing, and you forget that you've overcome those types of feelings and challenges, and discovered that like there were people around that could help you learn. If it wasn't other people in real life, it was web homies or even watching YouTube videos. So yeah, that's very inspirational, and I'm glad to be counted uh, in this community. And for anyone who's listening, that I guess who's not yet jumped in or whatever, like yeah, I mean, like take it from me, like I mean, the people are very real in this community, and that's what makes it enjoyable to stick around. So that's it. And happy birthday, happy 4-year anniversary. Can't wait to hear all the music today. I still got to go pick out some bangers, and so yeah, let's go.
All inquiries were human productions, no AI. Well, AI helped. And make take it away.
We so fucking out here. Can't wait. Hair down, tits out, zero fucks given. I am gonna absolutely bring it tonight. So y'all better strap your boots on. And the only reason that all gets to happen is because of you two. Um, I remember sitting in those spaces and we were like, okay, we're gonna try and it really started with the linked wearable process, I think, with the beast. No matter where we all are, wearing them, not wearing them, that was such a wild process to go through. And at some points, multiple times, of course, really, really mostly handled by the goat himself, Rustan. So we have to send flowers to a guy who just really helped spearhead that whole thing, along with Dr. Drip, that did them multiple times, not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'm so grateful to have eyelids. Um, but perseverance and all these things happen from banding together. And it's funny because one of our favorite people in here recently was like, yo, make every time you in the CBD chat, you're just begging everybody to help or do your shit. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. When I come in here, it's because I don't have the bandwidth, or I don't really even want to do it. And to find those friends who find ways to always help out, that really has been cultivated in here. So if you don't feel welcome, we welcome you. If you want to grow with us, we're here for you. And we might be wearing little pudgies, but we got huge ass hearts. So let's fucking build the future together, you know? And like I said, hair down, tits out, zero fucks given. We fucking out here. Yep, I'm cursing right next to my wife and kids. Canessa, I'm looking for a frozen banger for you. That's it, cause you deserve a tiara made of ice, girl. We love you, Mew. Thanks for dealing with me every goddamn week. I know I make you pull your hair out often. And thank you for being my friends.
I love you, Make. And of course, now we pass it on to our lovely co-host, Kanessa.
Oh, thank you. Make that just reminds me of like find your people. Find your people, because this is a, like if you're listening to this space, you might be built a little different, guys. Like, let's be honest. We might be a little unorthodox, and we might be just marching to our own drum, and that drum does not always match the tune of mainstream society. And like, Drip, what you were saying resonated with me, because like I used to try to fit in. It is exhausting trying to fit in with a world that just you're just a little different, like, but man, it is so liberating when you can just be yourself. And like for some of us that means spending way too much time in a digital world. So I don't know, just don't be afraid to be yourself, like, because life is short. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you. Like, I couldn't have done this without first a lot of people helping me figure this out. So I could go on and on, but I think I already have. So thank you guys. Drink water, eat some food, touch some grass, and tell me what it feels like, because I haven't touched grass for like 3 weeks. So love y'all.
I did not expect that last part at all. The tell me what it feels. Uh, but yes, thank you, Canessa, for putting up with me all this time, and amazing build once again. Like I can tell that your heart really went into this, and yeah, looking forward to what future versions of this build will look like, or what kind of experiences it will be. Um, and it feels good to have a home, like for so long we've always like envisioned like kind of like this area of the map that we've all come together in, like just joining together and building something that is cohesive across the board. So, and you have done this for us, so thank you, Canessa. And yeah, so everyone, enjoy the festivities later today. We will be coming back in about 2 hours, and yeah, we are going to kick off our event for the evening. Just a quick shout out for Beyond the NFT. We will be hosting Beyond the NFT this coming Monday. Our guest will be an artist named Desolator. He is a good friend of Empress Trash, and she had definitely recommended him, and yeah, brought us together. So we will be learning about Desolator on Monday, but until then, let's just sit back and enjoy our event. And also, final reminder, everyone, sign up for that CBD land grant. I see you down there, lovely 17. I know we had this conversation, but we need some good neighbors. Like it doesn't matter if you like have land, don't have land, like get the idea, form an idea, and you never know, but we want to have amazing neighbors. Okay, thank you, everyone. Love you all, and see you in a couple hours for our event. We'll be going hard all the way until 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon.